first of all, I want to draw attention to the fact that the minority leader is improperly dressed. And Mr. Speaker, you must ask him to go back and dress and come properly.
This is Gubavera. This is Gubavera. When we were young, they call it Akrakyefo shirts. A gentleman's wear.
And yes, I'm good to Accra. Honorable Afenyo Markins say attire na shemenu se wunimwa. Yankwala bring your friend Gubavera. Na Akrakyefo attire. Inti uko kasa I'm improperly dresser. Na just one kasa no won shed and dressing sir. Over the week, near because of parliament, me pese ye boboso waha na ye de etro between Honorable Emmanuel Bejura, a MP for Whole West NDC Sanso, and Honorable Afenyo Markins, minority leader. Na anobabaye ne koso woman tema ni nyina say Honorable Jerry Ahmed, ono and second minority deputy chief for MPP. Wano ene namne soma sa no baba yi wi nyina eba na Honorable Jerry Ahmed oba parliament nche on say oka oma ba parliament new no oka honenso oba wetimi aba nya position because of na ho fama ne na ho keka nti sabri wono ene second deputy minority whip ede ema MPP na nie ekofa ba yi nyina enie wabra process eba be sha ase e wo parliament no na chese ohwe parliament house wa na chese enipa ewo ho no eswapa na eno na Honorable Kingsley Nyako plead with speaker say speaker ohwe nipa ye wa haya in fact number ni swapa eno nti enkebe ya yenye bibi mfa on the speaker ye said that bi oto nani ampa number ni swa eno nti okachre clerk of parliament and say wo mo enebe ye timekeeper eno nti ye ring bell for 10 minutes 10 minutes and then so no no sure say amanfo no chese honorables na ba betena se ama parliament process so etimi ashase na ye ring bell no for 3 minutes pepepe and Honorable Jerry Ahmed wo peja ne nsa chere speaker say speaker oh yes say ye ring bell no for 10 minutes but sabre ye ring no for 3 minutes na nanumpo ensi and Honorable Emmanuel Bejura MP for Whole West NDC oh yes say abrante wo sa brantie we o ha adwen pa eniema bi wo ho a wunimu a ewo se wubusa enya wo ena yesa wo ye timekeeper ye wo clerk of parliament wa ha omna wo so mo hwesa ade ne so enu nti sori a wa sori a se wo kasa no o pe a kire sen na wo time ye se newly parliamentarians amoba no momra ne yemfa momfa entete kakra mu o manhu wa ha enu nti na se wo behave this way eno enema Honorable Afenyo Markins who say no say even nipa na ya ade ne so anye ye kura o se said Honorable Emmanuel Bejura wa address at na brand in fact anko ni ye san so na minority leader wono so e sha ase say there be obe condemn ade a Honorable Emmanuel Bejura ye na ekofa anobabaye between these two people these two honorables na enya asem keto akura afedie kopie mu say Honorable Emmanuel Bejura ka kire ne say you are improperly dressed as a parliamentarian as an honorable Afenyo Markins say train say any onim designer na designer na she no say onima e Akrakyefo attire na omo she even omo nkola abrim kura say wo she Gubavera ye kire say we Akrakyefo attire enti say onim dressing a won hwe no won ko ebuza for yon ko ne go dey see.
Honorable members, the official report. Yes, Honorable Jerry Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, just to bring to your notice that the 10 minutes has started counting, and now we have about 7 minutes. Just bringing that to your attention.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members.
Mr. Speaker, you just announced that the bell should be rung. So if you leave the counting of the time in the hands of members, we'll get you confused. So the clerk at table can handle the timing for all of us.
Honorable members, the clerks are my timekeeper. No member of parliament is my timekeeper. So when the 10 minutes is due, the clerks will prompt me. Official reports of Friday, 21st February 2025. All members, any correction? Yes, Honorable Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, one of our duties in this chamber is to accord one another respect, show courtesy, so that we can live together in this chamber as a family, although we may have our views. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Jerry Ahmed is in leadership. He is one of the 5 on the minority side. He raised an issue of time to draw the attention of the chair. Mr. Speaker, and I know also that Honorable Member for Ho Central West, Ho West, thank you for the correction, Honorable Bejra. Mr. Speaker, though he didn't speak into the mic, but he got up rudely, throwing his hands. Mr. Speaker, with the greatest respect, the least we can do is to extend courtesies. He's in leadership. If you disagree with him, you calmly rise from your place like I did. When you catch the eye of the speaker, you tell Mr. Speaker what your prayer is. When Mr. Speaker rules, you either abide or you use the right processes to challenge it. Mr. Speaker, my colleague is in leadership. I do not think that it is appropriate for him to receive such a treatment from a senior member in the way and manner that Honorable Bejra did. In this chamber, it's now obvious to us that you don't need to act for records to capture you, to trigger even a petition. We are enjoying the new president. So we have taken notice of his conduct. He didn't need to speak into the mic. And I'm pleading with Mr. Speaker that this having been brought to your attention, please address it. I humbly submit, sir.
What are you bringing to my attention?
Mr. Speaker, with respect, I am bringing to you the rude conduct of our colleague, because when the application was made, he rudely shouted on him. He raised his voice.
What exactly did he say?
Mr. Speaker, it's a disorderly conduct.
What exactly did Honorable
Mr.
Bajra
Speaker,
stated?
he is right here. He shouted, "What is this? What is this?" That is what he did, throwing his hand. Mr. Speaker, oh, okay. Don't worry. Jump.
Honorable members, are you done? Honorable Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, because of the noise that came from the other side, I wanted to wait on them so that I can advance my points, sir.
Very well.
Mr. Speaker, for me, if we all agree to extend courtesies, we should do so. Honorable Jerry Ahmed is a leader, and he brought the matter to your attention. The posture of Honorable Bejra and the way he acted is not appropriate. In the least, he is his leader, though he is senior. But once somebody is even a first timer and is made a leader, all courtesies and respect must be accorded him. I do not think that it was appropriate for him to use those words against Honorable Jerry Ahmed, although it didn't go into the mic. That is all my prayer for your attention.
Honorable members, before giving the floor to Honorable Emmanuel Bajra, I ordered that wherever the minority leader used the word rude should be expunged from the record. Honorable Bajra, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I agree that Honorable Jerry is in leadership and should be giving the courtesy. Mr. Speaker, first of all, I want to draw attention to the fact that the minority leader is improperly dressed. This is not parliamentary dress. This is unparliamentary, and Mr. Speaker, you must ask him to go back and dress and come properly to the floor of the House. Mr. Speaker, I want the minority leader to bring to the House the statement that I've made to the effect that it's unruly to the leader from his side. Having said that, Mr. Speaker, you have rule from Order 64, which says that the bell should be rung, and you called the clerk to ring the bell, and that is in order according to our order. And so, why would any member, having heard you clearly stated that the bell should be rung, who rise again to that effect that we have 7 minutes to the time of your ruling? What does that mean? So I stood up to show to him, to tell him that because he wasn't at home, they were not at the orientation program, and when the speaker is speaking and giving ruling, you also stand. These are some of the things that we need to learn as new members of the House. You can be in leadership, but if you don't know it, you don't know it, and you must learn. And our leader, our friend Jerry, must learn the rules of this House and start interrupting anyhow. We'll continue to help them. Mr. Speaker, when I came to this House, the first thing that happened to me when I started speaking was that Honorable Papa Osu Nkrumah stood up more than 3 times just to interrupt me. And after that, he called me and said, I did this because I want you to learn the rules of the House. Jerry must learn the rules of the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, in the absence of any correction, the official report, yes, Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, I believe that I brought a matter to your attention. The member who got up, in fact, did not deny his action, but went further to attack the honorable colleague in leadership. Mr. Speaker, you should learn and all. You heard it, so I wouldn't want to repeat it. Mr. Speaker, what is it that he did that makes him think that his rising to draw your attention to a matter amounted to he acting wrongly? Mr. Speaker, we would continue to extend courtesies to colleagues and to the chair. If we bring matters to your attention and nothing is done, and even the member who is the offending party decides to escalate it by going after the member who is complaining in such a manner, Mr. Speaker, what it means is that it will create a platform for this House to condescend. It may create a platform for this House to condescend. He has condescended by the ways he is used against a leader on this side. I see 3 of our colleagues in leadership on the other side seated. 3 of our colleagues in leadership, at least. Honorable Ricketts is the acting leader, and he's heard words that are being used to describe a leader on our side. To end it, He now goes further to talk about my dressing. With respect, Mr. Speaker, this is Gubavera. This is Gubavera. When we were young, they call it Akrakyefo shirt, a gentleman's wear. Sometimes we should not use some form of ignorance to rather say things that we don't know. How do you say that Gubavera? No. How do you say it for Hansa to capture that Gubavera is a shirt which, when one wears, it amounts to improper dressing and is not parliamentary. The last time somebody attempted to say that Gubavera is a pajamas, and Mr. Speaker corrected that person. This is a gentleman's shirt, very unique. Where are you going? Oh, where are you going? Very, very unique. So, Mr. Speaker, to gloss over it would mean that the chair is indirectly endorsing what he has said. Mr. Speaker, I have said time without number in this chamber that we in the minority are observing a certain trend of precedence. There is no problem. We are observing it. And if these continue, Hansard will record, and I'm sure that one day, we would all rely on it as a good authority. If nothing is done about it, I so submit.
Medals so J Bre now share me hi DJ K Nyan Support TV. Making sure so be subscribe and no press the notification button for more uploads. Medals for more updates. Nyankopon inshaw na onto wonkwanem. Se wo J Bre se o hwe me. Makraw, bye bye.